Welcome to the channel. I'm Lonnie Love. I retired at age 52. I am 54 now, and I came on today to talk to y'all about the emotional impact of post early retirement. Let's dive right on into it. A little backstory about me. I have been in the engineering industry for a little over 30 years. I worked at the pinnacle of my career here at the headquarters in Michigan, one of the top four leading automotive manufacturers. Now, you can imagine the financial impact of going from a very lucrative career to now living on a very tight budget. But when your time is up in the air, when your emotional state of being is up in the air, when your health is impacted, you start to think differently and your priorities change. So I realized I don't need $1 million to retire. I just need to be debt free. And I dive into that on another video. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to talk about going past that. Where am I now mentally? Has that put a strain on my marriage? What were some of the trade offs emotionally? So, the first thing I noticed when I retired was guilt. Guilt. It was a lot of guilt. The guilt was I'm the only one in the family that's retired. My age. Is that wrong? I'm not asking you the question. I was asking myself the question, is that wrong to feel that way? And then I started backpedaling and saying, hubby, did I make a mistake? Because it just feels so bad. I'm pacing the floor. I'm freaking out real time. And I want you to see that. I want you to know that the thoughts come down. Oh, I don't, after the first 6 months, you didn't slept in enough. Matter of fact, I couldn't sleep in. I wanted to make sure that if my husband got up, I got up. I didn't want to appear lazy. And that appearance is what I'm talking about. I was still worried about what people thought of me. And I forgot to put myself first again. That was the purpose of doing this entire career shift, was to put me first, um, to watch out for things that triggered my health negatively, and things that just impacted my peace of mind. And so I had to really be still and stop going out to get these part time jobs that I knew I could work, but I would be very picky about because your circle of people change. It changes too. So, I wasn't always around the same people and making new friends. And I didn't want to do all of that. I just really wanted my time and to get a paycheck and go home. But we're talking about other people's careers. You're going into their job, their environment now. And so I had to really put the brakes on and say, no, this is not what I want. I wanted to do what was fun. The mental impact of all of this was no, I don't want more money. Although it's nice, I want my time back and I want to enjoy my life. And enjoyment is something I didn't define. I didn't define how this would make me feel. So I needed to learn what joy was for me and not feel guilty because I felt it. That's a big one. And that's a loaded word, joy. I wasn't finding my joy. I was still on the cycle of eat, sleep, repeat, you know, working and going to bed, getting up early, trying to make sure my husband was accommodated for because he's not retired. Not because he can't, it's because, he chooses to go a little bit longer. And that's okay. That's something that we communicated and talked about. But yet and still, I wanted to emulate what he was doing so that I could add value, or at least I thought I was adding more value, not knowing that my value was more and better spent just being at home. The breakfast became more repetitive. I would have his breakfast ready. I wanted to get up before him. I would have his coffee ready. We'd sit down every day and have coffee around the table. have conversation before he goes to work or even after work. I'm available. And I hadn't realized I wasn't available all those years. This is year 30 for my husband and I as well. We have been together for through so much, but we didn't think about this. We didn't think about this. I know I didn't think about it. Um, how much time we would be spending together. It's within that time that I learned I wanted to have more time with him. I also wanted to have different time with him. And it wasn't so much watching TV, it's listening to water going down a stream and birds chirping on YouTube while we sit down and have coffee and talk about what's going to happen for today, anything that we'd like to accomplish for today, anything that didn't go right yesterday, or how we feeling. Is there something that we need to kind of, you know, expound on that we didn't do earlier? I'm loving that closeness. But when he's gone, he leaves out. He has his lunch that I've packed. I probably have started dinner. It only takes all a bit of maybe 2, 3 hours to do all that, clean the house and do laundry if needed. But now what else is left? You're left with your thoughts. You're left with your feelings. You're alone. Most of your friends, your family, your age, they're still working. And so now you're feeling the brunt of this is what I wanted. I wanted to have quiet time. I wanted to relax. I wanted to sit down and watch the Jeffersons. Here we're moving on. I love that, you know. I wanted to watch Good Times. I wanted to watch The Golden Girls. And I'm okay with crossing my legs and still having on my pajamas. Most people are, shoveling snow or cleaning off their cars or fighting, you know, traffic and stressing out about that. And here I am sitting at home stressing out because I'm not working. So I really had to flip some things around and I had to sit with myself. And here's the big one. Aside from not feeling valuable, like I'm not contributing and feeling guilty, there was also my spirit. I had more time to sit and talk with God, a lot more time. And not just talk, but lean heavily, not knowing what tomorrow would bring. You see, I counted my money. I already knew what to project over a time. But, things happen. It doesn't always go as planned, but I knew I didn't need $1 million to retire. I just needed to be debt free. But things happen. I might want to travel, take a big chunk out of that. Is that wrong? Do I need to get a part-time job to replace that? The emotional heaviness from overthinking when you can just be. I forgot to live, y'all. And that's what I wanted to bring to your awareness today. I guess the takeaway from this discussion is learn to live, whether you're in corporate America or whether you're retired from it. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? And so you start to do a little bit at a time while you're working. And when you stop working, the goal is to do it and enjoy it and not care what other people think, you know, or anything else that comes with that. Just relax, untense your face, your shoulders, relax a little bit. Breathe and say, I paid my dues. I've worked. I deserve this. And so there you have it. The emotional side is just giving yourself the grace to be free. Until the next video, you guys take care, be blessed, and have a peaceful rest of your day. See you at the next video. Bye-bye.